A very good morning, children. As you all know that chapter 9, Madam Rides the Bus from your first flight book is in continuation. So let's recall what we studied in the last class and then we will continue further. I hope so. You're enjoying the story, okay? So what happened in the till the last class? Let's recall that. Actually, what happened? Valli's that bus journey we were reading about, isn't it? That Valli, what she did, she boarded the bus and she was speaking with pride, and the conductor offered her a seat, but there were only 6 or 7 passengers in the bus, and they were looking at Valli. They and the conductor were laughing, and Valli overcame the shyness, quickly walked to an empty seat and sat down. Now about the bus description was given over there. Valli looked around her in the bus and noticed that it had very soft and comfortable seats. A beautiful clock was hanging above the windscreen, and the overhead bars were shining like silver. Then she tried to look outside the bus and found her view cut off by a curtain that covered the lower part of her window. So what she did, she stood on her seat to enjoy the outside scene. The bus was going along the bank of a canal, and what all she saw outside, she saw the palm trees, mountains, and all the above blue sky. And on the other hand, there were deep ditch and the green fields. So Valli was enjoying the nature a lot. And then suddenly what happened, an elderly man warned Valli not to stand on the seat, as she could fall and get hurt. But Valli didn't bother to care for him, and she told him proudly that she was not a child, because she had paid the full fare like all others. So the conductor also just laughed, calling Valli as a grown-up madam. But Valli protested angrily and said that she was not a madam. So the conductor also asked her not to stand on the seat, because she could fall when the bus took sharp turns. But Valli ignored his remarks also. Now about the Valli's co-passenger. On the way, the bus stopped and some new passengers got in. So afraid of losing her seat, Valli, she took her seat. An elderly woman came and sat beside her. Valli found her repulsive. Repulsive means she had great dislike for her. Why? Because she had big and very ugly earrings, and also she was chewing a betel. Valli could see that the betel juice was likely to spill over her lips also. Okay, and that woman asked Valli whether she was traveling all alone. Valli proudly told her that she was alone and she had the ticket too. Then the old woman asked her that she should not travel alone, and she even asked her whether she knows the exactly where she wants to go in the town, and all. Okay, but Valli wanted old woman to mind her own business and not to bother about her. And then she turned her face towards the window, okay, and started looking out. So then we came to know that Valli had saved every paisa of her by resisting her desire to buy ice creams, toys, balloons, peppermints, etc. And she had also killed her desire to visit the village fair and to have a ride in the merry-go-round. Okay, so when she had saved 60 paisa, she was ready for her first bus journey. So how hard work she had done, how determined she was to go on a ride in a bus. Okay, so till here I had completed yesterday, let me proceed with the further chapter. Coming to your book, children. So be with me and let's try to understand further. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. But she managed this without too much difficulty. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4 or so. Valli always used these hours for her excursions, and she stood looking from the doorway of her house or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Today, these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. See how smart girl she was. Now, she has saved enough money. Now, after she had saved, now what was her problem? How to slip out of the house. Okay, so without her mother's notice, how she can move out of the house. Okay, so here without her mother's knowledge, but she managed this. But she was such a smart girl that she even managed that too. Okay, without much difficulty. Why? Because every day after the lunch, okay, during the afternoon time, Valli's mother would nap. Nap means to take a short sleep. It can be for 1 to 4 or so, means in between 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock she used to take a nap, a short sleep. And what Valli used to do during this time, during these hours, she utilized it for the excursions. Excursions means her trips. Okay, as she stood looking from the doorway of her house or sometimes even ventured out into the village. Ventured out means sometimes she used to go out very courageously during that time into the village just to pass her time. Okay, these same hours could be used for the first excursion outside the village. So she got an idea that these hours she can utilize the first for her first excursion, for her first trip to go outside the village. Means till now she was only just moving in her own village during the afternoon time when her mother used to sleep. But today she decided to use these hours to get outside the village. Now, the bus rolled on, now cutting across a bare landscape, now rushing through a tiny hamlet or past an odd wayside shop. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them or a pedestrian crossing the road. But lo, somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind. Trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. So now the journey started. It's the about how, okay, she was enjoying in the bus. Now the bus had rolled on, it started moving and cutting across a bare landscape. Landscape means a land scene. Okay, means now on the way Valli could enjoy the land scenes, and the bus was rushing. It was moving very fast through a tiny hamlet. Tiny hamlet here means a small village. Okay, or passed on odd wayside shop, means on the way there were many shops could be seen by Valli. And sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling. Gobbling means just eating or devouring, means to move forward. So the bus was it was just moving up forward than the another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the, means the bus was passing away, crossing the vehicles that was coming towards them, or any pedestrian. Pedestrian means the people who walks, they are pedestrians on the road. So if the people were crossing the road, so the bus was just moving them and going across them. But lo, somehow it passed on smoothly, okay, but without any difficulty. Anyhow, all these obstacles, as you know children, when you travel in a bus, how many obstacles comes on the way. Many times the pedestrian would come in front of that bus, okay. Sometimes the animals run and comes in front of the bus, or sometimes another vehicle try to overcome your bus. So all these difficulties are to be faced during the bus journey. But here the bus driver, he took all the obstacles, he crossed very smoothly without any difficulty, and leaving all the obstacles safely behind, okay. Trees came running towards them. How the trees came running? Is it possible? Yeah. How? If you are traveling by the bus or train, you will find that the trees are also moving along with you. If you will feel likewise when the vehicle moves. So when this bus was moving, so Wali also was feeling as the trees are also moving along with okay. And but then stopped as the bus reached them, and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the another direction, okay. So as the bus reached actually to that place nearer the trees, okay, so now it seems that the trees were still for a moment by the side of the road. They were not moving, okay, before rushing away in other direction. So now when the bus it turned, so the trees also seemed to be in another direction. Suddenly Wali clapped her hands with glee. Okay, she started clapping her hands. With glee means with joy. She was very happy watching all these scenes. And a young cow, tall, high in the air, was running very fast right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl, and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became, and the faster it galloped, always right in front of the bus. Now, why was Wali again getting so happy? She saw a young cow, okay, young cow, tail high in the air. Tail mean when the cow was running, its tail seems moving high in the air because the cow was running very fast. And where the cow was running? In the middle of the road, okay, and that was just in front of the bus. The bus slowed. Now the driver anyhow had to just take care of that the cow didn't get hit. So he had slowed down the speed of the bus, okay, and he started just giving the horn louder again and again so that the cow may move. But what happened? The more he was just pressing the horn, okay, what was the cow, the animal, it got more frightened, okay, it got fearful listening to the sound of the horn, and it started running more faster. Galloped means to run more fast, and it was going on running always right in front of the bus, okay, and it was getting frightened and trying to run in front of the bus again. Sometimes this was very funny to Wali. Somehow this was very funny to Wali. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. See, this girl, she came out of her house the first time for a trip, and how she's enjoying her trip. You see, children, seeing the cow running in front of the bus, it made her laugh till the tears came out of her eyes, okay. Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. Better save some for tomorrow. So again the conductor interrupted her that don't you think that you are laughing too much? he said to Wali. So don't laugh that much, but save little bit for tomorrow also. Okay. At last the cow moved off the road, and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. A speck of a train could be seen in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle, shaking the bus. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. From there, it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. Such big, bright looking shops! What glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise! Such big crowds! So now, after that, what Wali saw, and that she saw that the cow had moved off the road. It had given the way to the bus, and now where was the bus? The bus came to a railroad crossing. It came to a crossing now. Okay, from where the rail was going to pass. A speck means a small sign of a train could be seen, means from here it could be seen that train is approaching very near to that crossing. Okay, in the distance, and it was coming very near and near. Now it was the view of the train was very clear now, because it was approaching very near to that crossing now, and it had reached and it rushed past the crossing gate. Means as you all well know that you have to stop at the crossing gate, okay, when the train used to come. So here the bus was also standing waiting for the train to move, and then it would again start. So the train, it just passed by quickly from the crossing gate with a tremendous roar. You also have experienced, children, tremendous means very great roar made of the clattering sounds. It makes a lot sound when it passes from nearby, isn't it? And it seems that it had even shake the bus. Even there was slight not movement, but the passengers feels as they move when the train, it moves very fastly from the nearby. Okay, so like a little bit vibration could be felt in that. Then the bus went on. After the train moved from the crossing, the bus also went on and passed that train station. After that, from there it traversed a busy. Traversed means ran over a busy. Well laid out means very smooth shopping street. Now it had came to a shopping street, and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. Thoroughfare is here a busy public road. Now it had entered to a very busy public road. Means now I hope so you understood. Now the village has been crossed out and the bus has entered into a town, isn't it? Where Wali was willing to go. Such big, bright looking shops. So as soon as the bus entered the town, okay, in that shopping street, there were very big, bright looking shops. All the shops were looking so bright and with the lights. What glittering displays of clothes. Glittering means shining. Okay, the clothes were hanged, as now you can imagine. Okay, the shopping street. As you enter the shopping street, you can see the varieties of clothes are being displayed outside the shops to attract the customers and the public. So there also the shining display of clothes was there with lightings and all, and other merchandise means, and many other things for sale were there. Okay, and such big crowds. There was too much crowd, too much rush there in that place. Many people were there. Struck dumb with wonder, Wali gaped at everything. Now dumb with wonder means she was complete silent now, and she was wondering, because this type of scene she had never seen in her village. Okay, that such a crowd and such a display of clothes with lights and everything, many varieties of things at one place in a street. So now she gaped means she was looking very keenly to everything. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Wali. Now it was the last stoppage and the bus had stopped and everyone came down from the bus, but Wali was still there in the bus on her seat. "Hey lady," said the conductor, "aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30 paisa takes you." Now the conductor, she again reminded Wali that why you are not getting down, because this is the last stoppage, this is the town where you wanted to come, and you have paid only 30 paisa, so only this much you can ride for that 30 paisa. "No," Wali said, "I am going back on this same bus." She took another 30 paisa from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. Now what Wali she just rejected. She said, "No, I will be going back to my village on the same bus." Okay, and she again took out the 30 paisa from her pocket and gave it to the conductor. "Why, is something the matter?" So conductor asked, "Why? What is the matter? Why you don't want to get down from the bus?" "No, nothing's the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all." So Wali said, "There is no serious matter about this. Just I wanted to take a ride in the bus, that's all. I never want to see the everything here in the town. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here?" So conductor asked her that are you not happy to see everything over here, because you have reached to the town and you can see many different things over here. "All by myself? Oh, I would be much too afraid." So what the girl said now, "Everything I can't do by myself. What do you think of me? I would much too afraid." Now she says that I will be very much afraid if I will get down here, okay, because there was too much crowd there. She could see many people were there, and in the village she had never seen such rush and crowd, isn't it? So greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, "But you weren't afraid to come in the bus?" So now he was the conductor, he was very much amused, means he was pleased by the girl's way of speaking, and he just replied that, "But you weren't afraid to come in the bus. Alone you came, you had the guts to come alone in the bus, and now you are saying you are afraid of getting down." "Nothing to be afraid of about that," she answered. But see the girl, she said, means I am not afraid of that I came by the bus, but I don't want to get down. "Well, then why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink? Nothing to be afraid of about that either." So the conductor, he just asked Wali to go to the nearby stall and have something to drink to get refreshed, okay, after that bus journey. And he said that there is nothing to be afraid, you can go and have a drink. "Oh no, I couldn't do that." "Well, then let me bring you a cold drink." So Wali replied that, "No, I don't want to do that. I can't get down and I don't want to move from here." So the conductor said that, "Okay, no problem, let me bring you a cold drink." So the conductor wanted to offer her the cold drink, okay. So let me stop here, children, today. We will continue further tomorrow. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.